to our YouTube channel. Today we have yet another interesting topic. What advice would you give to your younger self? And let's get started. First of all, one of the advice I would give to myself, love yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. It's not a must for you to have someone to love you, to feel yourself worth.
True.
When you love yourself, you know your worth, you know your boundaries, you know your value. So love yourself. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I can ask you, Ruth, when you say love yourself, what was your younger self like?
Okay, my younger self was like, you must have a boyfriend, okay, who loves you, and if he doesn't
love yourself,
and if he doesn't love you, okay, you feel like you're not completely worth, okay, like you're lacking something. That shouldn't be the case. When you love yourself, that's enough. The rest follows.
So that was
that was me when I was young. And by young, I mean from around 18 up to around 25. That's when you start knowing what love is, you know. So if you don't love yourself, it really becomes messy.
Yes.
Because you are waiting for another person validation to tell you you are beautiful, you know, you are sexy, you are all that. Imagine you don't need all that.
You don't.
When you love yourself, you know all those things within yourself, and you feel it.
That's a nice one. Like I think a lot of girls go through that when they are young. You want to look for validation in someone else's eyes, and you forget you can value yourself the way you are without the recognition of someone else. So for my younger self, since I turned 25 Tuesday, I would tell, I would still, but my younger self for those 18 until 25, I tell myself, accept life as it comes. It's always good to have expectations, but sometimes they, when they're not met, you might feel so disappointed. Yet it is just life.
Exactly.
When you're in school, the dream is maybe you want to become an engineer, and now you go to the real world, and it's not what you really anticipated. When you're in high school, you're sheltered. You're told dreaming is valid, but no one tells you this is not what you will get in the outside world. So for my younger self, I tell myself, accept things as they are. Do not really put a lot of pressure for you. If things work out, okay. If they do not work out, embrace. Pick from where they do not work out and work with what works out. So that's what I tell to my younger self right now.
And I think to anchor on your topic now, on love, I also think when I was growing up, I lacked that virtue very much. Like I used to feel like I'm not lovable. Me by the ungenipata for groups. Funny enough, I've become social wakati niko sasa grown up, I would say. But when I was young, I used to be so isolated. I used to be so low. Like I felt like I don't belong to this group. Maybe how I feel wako na mali, they come from rich family. Me na feel sijatoka kwa rich family. These ones, they have full set of a family, that is, they have both parents, mother and father. Mimi, I've been brought up by a single mom, you see. So when I was growing up, nili lack that love, self-love. I didn't have it at all. So you'd find me, either niko kwa nyumba, watoto, I'm small, nacheza, I'm a kid. So unapata hiyo time yote until nijijue, nilikuwa like sina company. Yani people wanakuja kunitafuta because maybe they find some value in me, but I don't fit in them until much later now. So that love, by the way, if you don't love yourself, I think that is the beginning of every trouble for a person. Ndio unapatanga mtu hana hiyo self love, hadi anaona he's not or she's not worth to live. Unapata
inakuwa very low.
By the way,
you're just swayed because you know now you don't really have a stand. You want to please people so that you fit in, and it can make you really do things that you did not mean to do.
Exactly. Self love in a letter. Your low self-esteem.
Okay, me, I would advise myself, like when I'm choosing my career, I will not choose my career based on what people are going for.
Yeah.
I choose it wisely.
Yeah.
For example, if I was to choose my career now, I would look for example, I finished my studies. Is it easy for me to get a job?
The job, yeah.
Unapata tunakimbilia hizi career wakubwa, but it's not
Ama simple.
yeah, simple. Hata si simple.
Yeah, is zenye
Kama
ni kubwa.
BCom, finance.
Something that sounds wonderful
Engineering,
to the
to be what?
yeah.
Yeah, engineering to be what? But unaona mtu mwenye alifanya something like teaching,
Yeah.
unapata kazi haraka sana.
Nursing.
Huyu mtu mwenye alifanya sijui ya engineering, and finance, sijui watu wa there, unasita kupata kazi. Hata ukipata unapata unalipwa pesa kidogo, job yenyewe haina security. So me the day I would be very wise.
Yeah. In choosing your career.
Yeah. So me I would advise the young people choose your career wisely. Kwanza fanya a lot of research. Know what will happen after you finish your studies. Kama it should be easier for you or not.
Okay, and then to echo on what Rosie has said, I also think the government can come through in this place. Yeah, you see, Kitambo used to wait like a period of 1 or 2 years to reflect on what you want to do. You see, mostly what they do, you choose a course when you're in Form 4 that you will do after now the results are through, which should not be the case, because sometimes you might fail that exam and not necessarily do the course. You know, with these job admissions, it becomes quite tricky and they mess a lot of people's lives because you know you're just called for a course, and since it's government admission, you're just supposed to go for the course. However, I feel like if the government can introduce such a policy where you give a student 1 year after they get their results, they have a period of like 6 months where they can reflect. Parents can sit down, you can get career advice, you can see what is outside in the market. Before now you make the choice based on your grade and what you have already found out to choose a career path that you think will be suitable. Otherwise, most students are just going through university for the sake of going through university. Because you don't have an option, it is the
And if it comes to mess you afterwards.
Alafu usichaguliwe career na your parents. Go for what you feel is good for you. After you've done your research, first do your research. Ujue about what you are trusting yourself with.
Okay, another thing that I would advise my younger self is that okay, in this life it's very easy. Okay, like you can make it so easy, and yet you can make it very complicated. When you are faced with situations that are very hard to make decisions at the moment, relax and let it go. Okay, at times you may find that maybe you are young at age of 18 or 20 and you get pregnant, then what do you do? Then you are like, oh my god, okay, raising this child alone. Even, okay, probably you are 30 or 28, but you have some instincts telling you don't get married. Focus on your dreams first, your career, and then maybe you can think about marriage later. Marriage is hard, by the way. It's not a bed of roses. So if you are to relax at that moment and not make a fast decision to get married. Maybe you'd make the right decision. So when you are faced with a very difficult situation, relax.
Think about it.
Relax.
Take your time.
And now
There's no need of dating at that age. Because unapata hiyo time uko shule. In fact, hata ukiangalia, like for example, let me give an example with our current loyalty test. Zenye tunaangalia, sana they focus on campus students. So unaona wanatibro watu sana. This is because these people are not serious. I think it is good to date mtu mwenye umemaliza shule, umekuwa independent, you know what you want, unajua chenye unataka kwa huyo mwanaume. Alafu like hata financially unaweza date huyu mtu unajipata kwanza, I just want unapata mtu ndiye analipia mwanaume nyumba ati juu hajapata kazi. Unajuaje kwanza kama atapata kazi? Okay, I would say date after umemaliza campus, umepata job. Hiyo ndio unaweza pata mtu wako serious, pia wewe uko more serious because you know you've already attained even what you wanted. Sasa hizi vitu za kujisumbua tuna date ukiwa as young as 18 below 25, enjoy your life by the way.
Actually,
enjoy your life.
To differ slightly with Rosie, between 18 and 25, me, I would not advise someone not to get into relationships. Get into as many as you want. Have fun with as many as you want, but don't hold them too seriously. Because every time me najuanga, ukiruka ka stage, katakutafuta tu mahali.
Utakuja kufanya awkward things.
It's better to release.
And you're married is when you want to go party until
Exactly, you want to
morning,
party.
you have small
Exactly, if you feel like you want to party that time, party. As let me just echo what the Bible says. When you're young, do everything. But remember, of course, there's a consequence for your action. So if you're young and you feel energetic and you want to go out and have fun, go have fun. But remember, there's a consequence.
See, I meant as in easy relationship is very serious. Like for example, ukishaingia kwa marriage, umeolewa kabisa, unapata watoto. That's something serious.
Yeah, that's a serious
But sasa
relationship.
ukiwa young, below 18 and 25, my friend, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Do anything that fanya vitu zenye zote ni zinataka.
And that's what I would tell my younger self. Do not stress yourself about a serious relationship. Do not stress myself about ati I need to be with someone 4 years, ati if I'm with someone maybe 1 year, mtu ataniona na kaji. No, it is a trial and error phase. And it's not really a serious phase. Learn from those things so that next when it reaches that time when you want to be serious, you can now reflect on your mistakes and say, I did this, I did that, I'm past that. Now I'm mature enough to handle these things. So I just advise my younger self, you have fun. Usijisumbue juu ya mambo mingi.
Exactly.
You have your whole life ahead of you.
Na tunafikiria mtu kila saa. You don't even know whether you will end up together.
True.
Yeah,
You want to kill yourself because someone has been seen with another lady. No, you just have fun and let everything fall in its place anyway.
So, me going back to the topic, the advice I would give to my younger self. When I was young, there are things I did that somehow didn't line with my vision. So, given time, like okay, for example, I became a mom at a tender age. When sikuwa nimeachieve goals, and I remember very well before nilikuwa na hii goal, I want to be a news anchor, like Julie Gishoro was my role model, akina other ladies there, akina Lilian Kasabuli, exactly. So those were my role models. But now, because when you are young also, you are not wise. When you are young, you are not wise. Wisdom comes with age. So back then, I would do things like, for example, okay, mimi sikuwa mtu wa kupati. Oh, I wish I was. Juu ningekuwa nimechangamka. I was an indoor person, very introvert person. So with an introvert person, the moment you meet things, they entice you, they excite you. Exactly. So kidogo tu unajiachilia, unaona. So I wish I was that wise. I wish I was that outgoing, because through that ningejua kuna hii na kuna hii na kuna hii, na ningekuwa even wise to make some decision. That's why wakati ilienda na ikahappen nikajipata I'm a mother at 19. Hata sina career, sina anything. So nikapewa that chance to rewind. What I would do today is totally different from what I did back then. First of all, I would concentrate on career. Ningekuwa mtu outgoing, ningekuwa na mabishto wenye naongea na wao nini, at least wananichanua. So by the it's also very good for the youth of nowadays. Do what you feel best for you, but also weka some boundaries, because tena hizi vitu zenye unafanya leo zita determine your future. Na uchunge usikuje regret why I didn't do this or why I did this. So my advice, I would do things differently, because those things hazikunikalia vizuri, because today I'm not where I would have wanted to be because of something I did.
Also to add on what Carla said. Also to also if I was to go back in time,
Yeah.
I think I would reach my dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so me I've done become finance, but at times I look back at them like, oh my god.
Why that?
Like, okay, you look at like at whatever it is that you're doing right now
Yeah.
in terms of career, job, you're like, oh my god. If I reached my dreams, I would not be wherever I am. I would be more financially independent. Probably, I would be living a better life.
Yeah.
So, okay, when you're young, still in a relationship, don't give it too much time. Imagine it will get to a point where the only thing that you have to think is about your family.
True.
But when you're that young, reach your dreams.
Yeah.
The sky is the limit.
Yeah.
And you'll enjoy your future. Yeah.
Alafu at that age ni vizuri you focus on your career. For example, kama unataka kusoma ufanye degree, ufanye masters, ufanye PhD, but then you concentrate first nimalize. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Kama sasa hii natafutanga time ya kuingia class, kama niketi hapa ni concentrate, I cannot even pick anything. Number one, because I don't have time for that. I have a family, I have to work, so there's no time. When you get married, you have your family, it's not easy for you to go back to school, but maybe you can, but sasa, maybe lazima upate watu wakiwa kidogo. Utaenda kuwa umechelewa kidogo, but ni vizuri kama inawezekana, first, you reach your dream first before you, before you get yourself.
I think on that point also for education, in terms of education, and if I was my younger self, I was an A student throughout, I'd advise myself, it's not all about, no, for me, the years, let me just say the years.
Our last born here.
So let me say the few years back, I'd advise myself, it's not all about education in life. Trust you, Miss, and this is something I was told in high school, and now I can see it reflecting right now. People who had Caesar employing people who had A's.
Yeah, that's
So
very
it's
true.
never about you getting a degree or getting a master's.
Yeah.
How many people with masters are chefs in people's restaurants?
Exactly.
How many people with good degrees and they were first classes are working as cleaners? Especially in these world such as now, you come to realize it's all about creativity and innovation.
Yeah.
Which has nothing to do with a grade or with advancing your education.
Exactly.
Creativity is your intellectual knowledge. A lot of people are coming up with new ideas, and probably some even were class 8 dropouts.
Yeah, the ones
So I'd advise myself, yes, it's good to get A's, yes, it's good to go and do a degree, but in life, rarely do they come in handy. Rarely do they come in handy. You see, people who are innovative came up with good business ideas and they're employing people who had A's. It doesn't really. So if you have an innovative idea, if I would advise myself, don't be afraid to start. You never know where it might lead. And it might be something that will one day make you a millionaire. So as a young person outside there, even if you're not good academically, but you're gifted in another aspect of your life, don't be afraid to start on what will people think. In real life, papers really matter very little. They matter very little. So you go ahead and start. You never know, you might be the one employing all those people or coming up with a hospital and you're not even a doctor, but you're employing people who are doctors. So as a young self, don't put too much pressure on academic excellence if you're not good at it. If you're good at it, it's okay, do it. It doesn't cost you anything. It's even
But
good
also
to be
think
intellectually smart, but they
Be
always
open-minded.
be open-minded.
Another thing that I would advise my younger self is that it's okay to have 0 friends instead of having 1,000 fake friends.
Perfect. It's true,
Yeah.
by the way.
I've come to realize that through my personal experiences when you're undergoing very difficult moments. The people that you call your friends are the one talking behind your back when you really need them most. But they are nowhere to be seen. But when you're celebrating, they'll be in the first line. So it's okay to have 0 friends instead of having 1,000 fake friends. Just be friends with yourself. And
Even now, you can apply that one.
Yeah. Even now at this age. But you know, also there's something that I learned. You know now, what happens now, as you grow old, you realize your circle of friends also diminishes.
By the way.
Because you know, you start interacting with people you have similar personal experiences with. If you're married, you would want to tend to hang around people who are married because you know someone who is unmarried at times to so many other things.
Yeah.
So like as you get older, you also defilter a lot of people from your life because you don't feel their relevance. But when you're young, you want to enjoy the benefits of having so many friends, whether they are real or not.
Yeah.
Which you know you realize back and you're like, why would I keep all these people in my life for what?
It's a waste
Wengine
of
hata they are
time.
misusing.
Exactly.
It's a waste of time and energy. You put too much energy on appearances.
Yeah, pleasing people. You want to be friends with
Everyone, even if they annoy you, you just want
Some
to
you just-
appear nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think
So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Until next time.